Going live a little early. The intro by Mike Slater is allegedly 28 seconds. So if I'm going live 28 seconds early, I should start just about on time. Although I actually did wait a little after, so it's not going to be right at 28. Anyway. Welcome, everybody. We have Zach back from New Zealand in the chat. Welcome back, Zach. You are potentially part of what I would consider a series I want to do, which is like how to get that there. We have someone from Croatia, I want to say, that is also potentially interested in getting some stuff. So Jeff found a loophole to get you, Zach, some cards in the mail because you are at Jeff Has Cool Cards. This is Patreon, a subsidiary of patreon.com/Jeff May, where you can get stuff sent to you in the mail. Now, if you live halfway across the world, as some of our listeners do, we're going to have trouble doing that, but we try and make do. Zach found a loophole, which is go stateside briefly. But I thought it would be kind of interesting to do, like, if we tried to get cards across, we could maybe make a series at some point. So we didn't do the New Zealand version, maybe next time, but we are looking to maybe do a Croatia one or other countries. That's the other funny thing. We didn't look at, for instance, Zach, like maybe we send to Australia, maybe we send to Somalia and like see if we can hire someone to like get it across for you. All right. Let's get on it. So tonight we will be, as noted, breaking some Marvel holograms. We are going over Skybox 1993 X-Men Series 2 and Skybox Marvel Universe X-Men Marvel Universe Series 3. Impel was the brand that had done a lot of the Marvel cards, and it looked like right about this time. I don't know if Skybox purchased them. I'll have to look into it. This would be a fun nerd episode. Again, to plug things to the million times, patreon.com/Jeff May. Jeff and myself host a monthly podcast called Nerd, where we do nerdy subjects. If you listened to last week's episode of I Must Dre'K You, you got to hear that. And actually, here's the hilarious thing. On last week's episode of I Must Dre'K You, I went in search of a Dikembe Mutombo rookie card. Did not find one, but to be fair, there's actually a reason. The box of cards I had that I went through to find Dikembe Mutombo rookie card, I actually pulled this card out of the very first pack I opened months and months ago because I already got it graded. So I actually pulled a PSA 9 out of that box. I meant to tell you all about it, and I forgot to on the show. But, anyway, I do have a exceedingly large collection of Mutombo cards, including some rookies. These you will notice I actually pulled out of a binder previously. You'll notice I didn't even bother putting them in top loaders. That's because they were in somebody's binder for years and years without even a penny sleeve. They're already dinged up. It's not going to be worth grading. This one Jeff sent to me in the mail. This one is a limited edition, but again, super bummer. The corners just are not great. Now, here's a funny one. You'll enjoy this. This is like a full house or 5 of a kind in poker. Adam Todd Brown actually broke a bunch of NBA Hoops cards, and Jeff sent me all of the Mutombo rookies from them. So I might send some of these in for grading at some point in the future. And again, I meant to do this on last week's show. Yeah. But I do just have a collection of Mutombo rookies that I have either been sent. I think one of these Jeff sent me. I think 2 of these Jeff sent me, and one. So again, patreon.com, Jeff May. Go sign up for one of the rookie card tiers. You can get awesome cards sent to you in the mail that he finds or that Adam Todd Brown finds. So I've got some of those. These were some more out of the binders that I bought at my local card shop. Just cool cards, not rookie cards. So whoever had these old binders was an even bigger Mutombo fan than me, it seems like, because they had a bunch of Dikembe Mutombo rookie cards. This isn't a rookie card, but that's just a flair. Oh, that's one I purchased because it's in a top loader. Look at all of these. Look at, I have a shocking amount of Mutombo cards, but that's because the person who I found a binder set of had some. And actually, they had some cool jumbo cards, but I need to get penny sleeves and top loaders for those. So I'm just quickly showing all the freaking Mutombos I have. And again, none of these are worth grading. This is just cool. It's a 76ers card. This one is shocking. It's a Knicks card and looks kind of cool, but I don't know if it's worth grading. And then finally, my rookie card that is graded. And I have these in a collection box with Rogue cards, Jubilee cards, and Wicket cards, because apparently I collect those things. All right. Oh yeah, Zach in the chat is saying you get the blank cards, the rookie card. Did make a joke about me getting distracted. A fun set of notes. October is apparently ADHD Awareness Month, and I am going to hopefully get tested this month, so there is that. But yeah, getting distracted. Logan Trent, who wants to break Mutombo? Shaquille O'Neal and Michael Jordan. All right, this is a tragedy. I actually just went out and bought a Impel Marvel Series 1 binder, and they had some really good cards, and you'll actually see the state of these holograms looks fantastic. But the Spider-Man was in really good shape centering-wise, but it actually got stuck to the binder and some of it peeled off. But, and Jeff would not do this, but I will, I'm debating sending it in for grading because it could be a population 1 if it comes back a 2 or a 1. Silver Surfer, Wolverine, Spider-Man versus Green Goblin. Absolutely love that. Zach says he feels for me. This is Marvel Universe Series 2. I didn't get a hologram in my box, so I broke a box of these cards, did not get a hologram, but was able to just find a set online. And I'll be sending these in for grading this month because PSA has got a special. Then that brings us to this set. Let's see. Where I have a Wolverine, and I am looking for a Hulk out of Impel Marvel Series 2. And then this I've just got ready to go. This is from Jeff, but this is also coming out of the set I will be breaking, which is Uncanny X-Men Series 2. Now here is the cheat code, which I feel a little bad about, and hope I didn't ding anything. You can just buy a tin that was great, that was numbered at the time. So this is 16,094 of 17,050. And guess what? It just has all the cards. It has all the golds. It has the holograms, which is awesome. And that is actually my argument for why X-Men Series 1 is the best. Because a box is a little less than $200 if you price search. If you're like Jeff has connections and stuff. And, all right, this is really cool. So people have probably seen these before. You can see other people that have broken these on the interwebs. So I've got this nice tin that I actually just like. Part of why I bought this is like, as a collector, I saw, oh, there's commemorative tin, and I think there is one card that only comes in this tin, and I was like, well, I got to have that. And I could go and buy that, but separate. And I was like, no, I'm just going to buy it because I want to get a set. And Jeff actually broke a box of these, which is really fun. But the thing is, all of the cards are in this tin, so you can, no, I don't like that. But actually, these look in really good shape, by the way. So these, if you'll notice, this is the cheat code. I'll go in close. This is Skybox X-Men Series 2. The cheat code, you'll know, these are the gold ones. These are like the special ones. There are 9, and I just get all of them, and the shape actually looks pretty good. So I'm going to just, with apologies to slow down right as I got started, I'm going to get my poker sleeve, my poker shoot of pop loaders, or penny sleeves, and just start sleeving these ones up, because these bad boys are some of the good ones. And actually, if you see below, we've got some plastic. And that's because we have some holograms coming. That Storm. These look in just really good shape. So again, that's the rough part is you could buy a box of these where the cards have been sliding around. That'll probably set you back $100 to $200. You could buy an entire set for about that. Or you could buy a tin that's just been like packaged nicely. And I will give a shout out to the seller. I'll try and look up their name before the end, who just kept this, like the box, the shipping and handling came in great shape. So if there's been a store that kept these in good shape and they ship and handle it in good shape, it's going to be in better shape than a box of cards that just wiggle around because that just happens. So, yeah. Zach says he went stateside and didn't get any cards but got comics. That's probably logical, actually, by the way. Professor X. That is, I do like the backs. And I do love something. Logan is in the chat. Hey, Logan. I laugh because, like, Logan has backstories. That is, I love these cards. It was definitely awesome to have all the Jim Lee art in Series 1, but I do just love the Series 2. These are in really good shape. I may send some of these in for grading. I don't know. These are good things. But yeah, Logan in the chat always has like a dark Batman backstory about cards where, you know, like he got in a fight or something. I think Logan said he had some hologram story in his past too. So, all right. Juggernaut, Boo, Cyclops. Oh, I just love these cards. And these, yeah. Again, you can watch Jeff. Jeff actually broke some of these. And here's what I hope. Jeff broke a Wolverine hologram, which may... Okay, that's it coming up. So, Cable. So we have... That's weird that Archangel came after it. Is that just... Oh, that's just the start of the normal set. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to get... I'm just going to get my... rigid top load, or whatever they're called, these suckers up to send these off for grading ahead of time. So just gonna immediately get those ready to go. Okay, so we got these. You'll notice the top card. All right, only thing I fear sometimes is when like these, okay, this is good. I was afraid this was sealed shut. This is just like a thick penny. Okay, gentle, gentle, come on. Okay. Okay, we have this Wolverine hologram. It's like 3D. These are like one a box. Jeff actually pulled one and offered it to someone in the chat if they were a patron. And then you'll notice actually this happens on, not bad, it's not perfect. So I mean this might be an 8 or a 9, but I'm still going to get it graded up. But Jeff actually offered this to a patron, and this is like the most expensive card in this set. In that it's about, I think, you know, because it's the rarest one per box, like basically this is the, you know, the weird. What did I do there? Okay. So apologies, I know this is taking more time, but these are the card, like normally, you know, you'd find one of these every couple of packs at most. Jeff did break one of these on the show. I'll make sure to link it. But yeah, so got that ready to go for grading. See reflections. Yep. Okay. All right, we've got Cable hologram, or I think these are called something different. Let me look up the name. These are from X-Men series. These are okay. Holithogram. Holithogram. There you go. So these are holithogram cards, sure. And I'm kind of interested in collecting, of course, like a complete set of holograms for all the Marvel things. So I am, for what it's worth, one Hulk card away from all of the... Oh, that Magneto is gorgeous. That is just a gorgeous Magneto. I'm sad Jeff isn't here. I see like AT on the bottom, so I'm really curious who the artist is. Can probably look that up later. These are all, yeah, again, these are in really good shape. So I'm even debating some of those gold ones in the corner. Just sending them in. Because if you see, these are the holithogram cards. And then these are just normal cards, but they have a gold foil in the corner. And because these came in a tin, that was just basically completely compacted, right? Like, The tin itself is probably going to keep things safe. You know, if you look at how a standard box of cards is, what's even funny, I've noticed in some older boxes of, say, hoops, that they'll just get, you know, things like dents or whatever in the middle, because if they've been sitting on a shelf. Okay, so Logan says, show the signature again of Magneto. Let me get it in a top loader, and then I will. And of course, it's not like these aren't look upable. It's just one of those boring things where if I'm like Google image searching. So that's upside down. So that's that card. But yeah, these are awesome cards. I love it. Like I said, it feels a little like cheating to just buy the complete set in a tin, but the tin is commemorative. I get the tin, right? I wanted the tin. That was another thing. I was like, because you run into weird things where you're like, okay, maybe I buy a box, I break it, and then I go find an empty tin and I buy that, and it's like, just buy the whole tin. So this is going to be my argument why X-Men Series 2 is good but not great. X-Men Series 1 is the ultimate. Okay, that's interesting. That's a bummer. So this Archangel, though, I don't know if it was from being right up against the other one, has like a little ding on it, but the other cards look in good shape. And again, this, you know, any of like the I'm not worried about any of the loose ones being in pristine shape, but that's the first one that doesn't look great, and I will gladly take that. Let me just check the tops. Yeah, because I'm thinking what happened is, where did I put the Wolverine? If you look at these holograms, and oh, that's on the card itself. I was like, oh, is that smudging on this? But if you look at these holograms, and you look at this beautiful Wolverine, that's going to take me just a second to pick up. This is funny. All right. This beautiful Wolverine that looks like he's underwater. These came in a little they came in this little penny sleeve that was backward, and I think it dinged the Archangel, but I will take it. And Logan says either Tybert. Yeah, there's multiple ways to say it. But we'll go through these quick, unfortunately. Again, this is just a cheat code. And I'm assuming he's already collated, so this is number 1. All right. Actually, let's just do this. Archangel. Beast. Bishop. Boomer is hilarious. I actually really like Boom Boom as a character. I have her first appearance, which was in Secret Wars 2. She meets the Beyonder. She actually has a really sad statement. She says, 10 points I win whenever she loses. She says, 10 points I win. It's a game she plays, where she's basically saying when the world treats her like crap, she gives herself points, and if she gets enough crap, she wins the game. Which is the most glass half empty. Oh, that Colossus is rad. I love that Colossus. So Landon in the chat says he had Series 2, so he liked. And actually, so here's the thing. I actually really, I kind of like Series 2. Let's just be clear. I love this Gambit, and I wish I could read. This is like Brady Kumpf or something. I don't know. But this Gambit art is awesome, and I think this Gambit art is like on a hologram of some sort. But yeah, I love this set. So I love this set. I love this set. But what I am making the argument for is if you're a collector and you're looking to spend over $100, but not too much over 100 to like break a box for fun, I am making the argument that Impel Uncanny X-Men Series 1 is the best box, because you basically get about your value back. You're going to get a complete set, which I got. You are probably going to get a complete set of holograms, because I think it's like 1 per 6-pack, which I got. Andy Kubert. I was completely off, Logan. That is awesome. If Jeff rewatches this, which he does tend to do for quality control, he's going to be crying. But okay, so I'll love that. Yeah, this is gonna be like a director's commentary on a good movie where I'm just like watching it. But X-Men, Uncanny X-Men Impel, you get a complete set of cards. I got a little more than a complete, right? I got doubles on some. You're probably going to get all the holograms because the odds are 1 in 6, and they seem to have collated it so you get like a complete set of holograms in the pack. That's Psylocke. And there is also a grail, a reason to go after the box, which is you can get a signed Jim Lee, and that is my grail object. There is like a signed Jim Lee Rogue card in Impel Uncanny X-Men, and I can't even find that card online. I can find the only card I've seen online is like an Excalibur card that someone had up for 8,000, probably overpriced. But again, if you buy a box of Impel Uncanny X-Men, you're going to get a complete set. You're going to get all the holograms, but there's still a reason to buy the box. Whereas, like, I would suggest against buying a box of X-Men Series 2. Oh, look at that Warpath. That Wolf, man, these cards are all rad. And okay, so this is the person I like. So Logan said Andy Kubert. It's either Kubert, tell me if I'm wrong, but that is, I just, look at that Wolverine in that Gambit is just awesome. We do have some of these, and I'm hoping that these collate correctly so that in like the card set these will line up. They tend to be pretty good. Like the Danger Room in X-Men Series 1 all lines up, so you'll notice we've got Archangel versus Apocalypse and 37, 38. Yeah, that Wolverine is amazing. Andy might be my new favorite. I'm going to have to see. So in terms of grading, PSA's got a sale going on this month for TCG and non-sports. So that's why I'm trying to find all of these holograms. I am actually really happy. Yeah, so I think they intentionally do this because this Magneto is weirdly placed, so he has to show up like in the middle. When I get the binder all set together, maybe I'll show that off next week. Because that's a threefer, right? Yep. So you'll see that like the Acolytes, I think this will show up in the middle row with that Magneto. Yeah. Adam it is, bro. So we got Adam and Andy Kubert. Okay, so someone phonetically tell me how to spell it? I'll look it up after the show. I just, I'm not the man in the van tonight, so I can't look it up. Love that Mystique. X Factor. Wolverine and Omega Red. By the way, apologies, I missed a comment earlier from Zach who said the harmonica theme in the animated show, loves that. And then Zach says he's excited for the Danger Room comic covers, even though I won't be able to get them in retail. I'm very confused. I don't know which Danger Room in particular. Actually, I do have some comics to show off, but you know what? I will do that next week because already going a good amount on this show. Black Queen, man, she's like a vampire. Definitely messes with your head. Black Tom. Nothing moves the Blob. Whoever this creepy guy is. The Brood. I got in a weird argument that resolved itself very quickly where someone said they were mad at how convoluted comics had become nowadays. And I was like, man, and they cited the Uncanny X-Men, the giant-sized one. And I was like, listen, the Uncanny X-Men with, Colossus, Nightcrawler, when Chris Claremont really took the reins, they went to a planet that was eating the other X-Men, or not a planet, an island. And then they went into space, and then there was aliens copying like James Cameron. I was like, it's always been convoluted. It's just getting more so. There definitely is greed there. So the creepy guy is Psylocke's brother. Yeah, Psylocke at one point was British. And I think I have her first appearance in one of the X-Men because she was like a blind British woman that got turned into an Asian assassin. They like doing that. That happened to Kitty Pryde too. Kitty Pryde, there's Wolverine and Kitty Pryde, a miniseries. I actually have that. And she gets turned into a ninja. So it was an X-Men thing to say, let's take a stereotypical white woman. Let's take a white woman of some difference. So like Betty, is it Betty or Betsy Braddock, who is Psylocke? Sienna Blaze, I forgot her, but I'm assuming she's a pyromaniac. Silver Fox. Toad. Love that Toad. But anyway, Kubert. Oh, nice. Okay, and we're going to talk about what Zach just said in a second. All right, like here's an issue I have, and I am going to hover on this, and maybe the algorithm will pick it up. Like the white queen, the black queen, as noted, Jeff May. If you go patreon.com/Jeff May, I've been saying that enough. He also does Whatnots on Thursday for Mike Mayhew Studios. Mike Mayhew, an amazing artist who does, for instance, a lot of white queen. And I told him at one point, I was like, these white queen covers are amazing. I don't want to buy them though, because they definitely have a look. So yeah, the white queen, that card, the black queen card, you're like, this is the card you definitely wanted as a 13-year-old, and then as a adult who is like collecting cards, I'm like, yeah, please don't be the card that's prominently covered. All right, I might just have to collect the two. This is what's great. So actually, apparently I did do some good cards from the show. So these are cards from the animated TV show that kind of got a lot of people, myself included. So there's Sabretooth Unleashed, the Sentinel Strike. So these are awesome cards. Persuasion, Gambit Style. See, okay, those first three cards are amazing. And then that gets us to this card, which I am going to sleeve up another, because I'm going to send whatever is the better condition one in for grading. Because I just love this card. It got the X-Men animated TV show. It's got one of the most iconic openings of all time. You know, the what is it? It's I'm trying to think. Is it Whitney Houston song, right? That it copies a da-na-na-na-na-na. Yeah, it definitely rips off a song. And you have cards based on that show, which is amazing. And you get Rogue and just address shopping. So I love that. That's one of my favorite cards. When Jeff broke these, I asked for that card. You get Jubilee. See, this is a cool card. You get Beast, the scientist, hanging upside down. This is kind of a silly card. Professor X using his mutant abilities to detect that Jubilee is there. The Claws of Wolverine. So that the Fury of Storm, I absolutely love that Rogue card as a result. And then our checklist. And you can see why, by the way. I've gone through it. This is why it's in good shape. Is that this came in a tin that was literally completely packed, that had styrofoam in it, that was sealed so it wouldn't get moisture in it. So the whole reason, that's the bummer. Like, Jeff got a box of these and he broke them, which is great, which is fantastic. It was a fun break. I enjoyed watching it. I'll definitely link it, because he did pull that Wolverine card. And I was bugging him about it, because it turns out that Wolverine card is the card that is worth money from the set. So he like offered to give it away on the show. And I was like, I hope he actually didn't, because you can actually get like 30 to 50 bucks maybe on eBay if you sell it. But I could not, in good conscience, to anybody that loves the set. So like Landon on the Air, I just got to say that if this is your favorite set, and actually, see, he's watching, everybody is watching, Landon's watching, that's a good gift, right? Like, if someone tells you X-Men Series 2 is their favorite set, and you're a really good friend and you got some extra money, don't buy him a box to break. Go and buy him one of these tins, which you can still get a little over the 100 range. So, you know, it's not cheap, it's not nothing, but it still would be better than buying a hobby box to look for stuff, which Jeff did. All right, and we're going to get this out really quick. So this is from Series 1. So this is what Zach in the chat is talking about. The Danger Room cards in Series 1 are my favorite. And now, right, and yeah, and so basically they all come together, right? They automatically collate. So I'm guessing these cards will do the same. I'm looking forward to that. All right. I don't quite understand. Zach said it's an amazing gift. Had no understanding it was everything. But anyway. Oh yeah, the tin. The tin has everything. The only thing it doesn't have, and this I might just wind up buying myself, is it does have there is a red variant. There is a red variant of I'm gonna break like 3 packs of these cards, and then by the way, I'm gonna go over to twitch.tv/RicksterGT, and we are going to break we're going to play some video games. He's going to play Final Fantasy, and I might keep speedrunning his game Radical Racers, which we can all agree is the superior racing game to Gran Turismo. The thing in this set, so this is Skybox Marvel Universe. It's 1993 Marvel Universe. They just named it the same, but this is officially Series 3. And in this set, I am looking for a hologram of Hulk. I need a Hulk hologram to complete my hologram set. Oh, okay, this was interesting. At first I saw this, so I saw Punisher. So they just used the same picture, but this first one is the Punisher, who's on one of the packs. That's the card on the pack. Most 90s image ever. And then this next one is Daredevil and the Punisher. This is a team up. And then, oh, I love this. What is this? Spider-Man and the Sleepwalker team up. That's a good one. Hulk. Yep, Logan. I love the puns. Hologram. I am listening, by the way. So let's talk other Jeff stuff. So, of course, the You Don't Even Like This Network series of shows, which Jeff routinely shows up on. Patreon.com/Jeff May, just to keep the advertisements going. But Logan Trent is on Mondays. You Don't Even Like This show, talking what else? WNBA. And I'm about halfway through that, Logan. And then Logan also on the last WNBA podcast. Oh, I like that. The Thor origin. That's cool. On the last WNBA podcast, actually talked about how Jeff broke kid cards in kid autograph cards. And then Logan, I don't know if you've had time to watch last Wednesday's I Must Break You with Jeff May. So again, patreon.com/Jeff May. You are at the channel Jeff Has Cool Cards. Thanks for being here. You should stick around. You should like. You should subscribe. You should hit the notification bell, because occasionally Jeff will go live randomly on a Friday with Nicholas Cowan from Surf Ninjas, which he did, and opened some Beetlejuice cards and Pee-wee's Playhouse cards, which he did. And then occasionally he will break autographs of children in Star Wars shows, which I'm not going to say definitively one way or the other, Logan, but he may have gotten a really nice compliment to the Leia autograph that he pulled out of an Andor set. Blaze, this is the original Ghost Rider. And I was kind of sad to discover, actually. That's weird. I couldn't quite tell on the Thor at first because his helmet... hopefully none of the holograms, that you can see a little bit of digging on the top, but I wasn't going to grade this card. But Thor's helmet on this one, because it covers his eyes, at first it just looked like his helmet was pulled all the way down, which I thought that was funny. But yeah, Jeff pulled an autograph of the child actress that plays Princess Leia, I want to say in Obi-Wan. And he was like, yeah, I feel weird having autographs of children, and I agree. And it turns out we have discovered that that card, that Archangel is badass. Sylvester. Yeah, I think last time when we were talking with Jeff, this took even longer to go through, which was fine because he was reading it. But Sylvester, just awesome. Oh my God, I love that so much. Well, I got one thing to show maybe at the end, and yeah, I'm almost done here because I'm not going to go for too much longer, because as I mentioned, twitch.tv/RicksterGT. We're going to play some video games in a minute, but thank you for being at patreon.com/Jeff May. Let's see. Jeff is traveling this week, so it's not a normal week. Mark Silvestri is an amazing artist. So what I was going to say, so we got The Watcher. So I do believe Jeff is still going to do an I Must Break You on Wednesday, possibly with a special guest. That Inferno card, it almost looks like a hologram, but it's just nice. And yeah, this, I remember that when I was younger, and that certainly was an interesting comic to get going into puberty. But I believe Jeff is still going to do an I Must Break You on Wednesday. Zach is asking me to complete the Leia autograph. Thank you, Zach. Yeah, Jeff gave it away at a Mint-On card. Thanks, Zach, for being here, because, yeah, Jeff's not here to keep me on track. But, yeah, Jeff gave away the Leia Mint-On card because he feels weird having kid autographs. Absolutely agree with that. So, but I argue if we're talking about the Skywalker kid lore, keeps on track. I'm going to maybe go one more pack, just looking for the Hulk hologram. Interesting. Okay. We got Sphinx. My kid might like that card. Green Goblin. Look at this. This is a, I should see. So there is apparently a collector's album, a collector's tin, and a card shirt you could get. And I'm willing to, you know, these things are usually, you know, they'll say you have it. Actually, so look at this. This does not, unless I'm seeing. Oh, it does. Okay. Offer expires December 31st, 1992. Bummer. I was like, yeah, it'd be fun to still try and send it in, but that means those things exist on the web to buy. Ghost Rider and Punisher in live action. Yeah. You know, we got live actions of both. Okay. I'll do one more pack to look for. Again, we are looking for the Hulk hologram, but I'm not going to be mad tonight because, as we just saw, by buying the X-Men Series 2 tin, which is cheaper than buying a completed set of all the cards, it's not hard to get. Wonder who that is, by the way. I'm curious whoever came up with the first Gambit, like the Gambit throwing the cards that way, because it's a pretty iconic image that a bunch of people use, including whoever this artist is. But yeah, I'm not going to feel bad if I do not pull a hologram tonight out of Series 3, because I got, you know, a cheat code on the other box, and I don't understand, like, front, back, how are you doing this? All right. Psylocke. Long shot. And we could already see I did not get a hologram in this pack, which is fine. All right. Jeff May, Wednesday, I Must Break You. I'm assuming nothing else out of him this week because he is traveling. He is in Texas at a convention. Follow him on the socials. Follow him here. Jeff has cool cards. If you want to know more, I'll leave it to his discretion how much he wants to say, you know, how, if he's at, you know, he's at the convention, you know, as an observer. So it's more for fun. It's not like working. So it's not like, hey, go to this hall to see Jeff moderate this panel. But that's what he's doing. So we have I Must Break You on Wednesday. Tomorrow is Tuesday, and I'm curious. I think we'll have, so there's like the hall, there's the holograms and the hologryphs. Let me just check patreon.com/Jeff May really quick to actually see if he's, I was trying to remember because we got the square cut of the Monstars, which did get completely funded. So yeah, in theory, he's got a new I Must Break You coming to, or he's got a new Jeff Has Cool Friends coming tomorrow. I forgot to ask who with. He also got an Ugg Fine with Kim Crawl out, which was a good listen. I Must Break You on Wednesday. That is all he has as far as I know, but it might be up to his discretion. In previous years, when he has gone to conventions, he has, this is still the winner. This is my favorite all-time card. Although I've never broken this in the wild. I've had Jeff break one for me, and I've gotten one out of a tin. In previous years, when he's gone to conventions, he has been interested in just doing, more breaks, especially because like conventions, you might find stuff. I am actually gonna really have to ask about those brothers, Adam and Andy, I think is what Logan said. The Kubert, however you say them, amazing artists. Oliver, by the way, Oliver, welcome in chat. Shout out to Oliver who made it to a Mint on Card live. I am so freaking jealous of everybody who makes it. I believe, Oliver, you are the room temperature cider, whose Patreon name I always screw up. So Oliver, welcome to the chat. Didn't know you were there. Yeah, also Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, as far as I know, is going to go normally. I can't speak directly for that, but I think that was the plan. I think they had gotten ahead, and I think usually that is the plan to do that. Okay, so here's what we got. I want to open it in a new tab so you can't see everything. We'll end on two fun images, two fun things. And that'll be the show. Yep. Yeah, I'm not saying the N. It's not the bad N word, but I'm not saying there's too much of that. Okay, so let me see if I can zoom in. So this is Bill. Logan would probably know, I already lost the name, but the artist is iconic for X-Men. But I found this random image when I was looking through old X-Men cards because it was a cover. And this is just the coolest freaking image ever. And I'm going to get the name, but I don't want to show off chats and stuff. So that is Bill Sienkiewicz is the name. And I probably butchered that name. But that is just... How is, like, look at this cover. It's Wolverine smoking, holding up a child. There is a card version of this. I'm not interested in the set, but I am interested in this card. I may have to find this card. And then the other thing, we did this. I was telling Jeff, this is I don't know if everybody knows the history of the Mona Lisa. So the Mona Lisa was not a famous painting, but then it got stolen and its value got inflated. So this right here is a Fiona Shaw Topps autograph, already at 36, and there's still a day to go. And I was telling Jeff, we did this. We did this. Like, this was us. Because I think by buying up the Fiona Shaw cards for Jeff May, Jeff himself doing it on a lark for fun, and then me collecting some more, and people going, wow, these cards really fly. We, I think, have artificially inflated the value of Fiona Shaw cards. And if you go over to Jeff May, jeffhascoolcards.com, we actually do have a complete listing of all of the Fiona Shaw cards he has broken or received. Still looking for a purple 75. We are still looking for an orange 25. We have missed a black wave. So another one popped up, but it's already at 36. I don't know if we're going to be able to afford that. But Fiona Shaw autograph. Zach saying, no, they're awesome on its own. I think we may, people look for comps and stuff. But anyway, and that is Power Pack. Zach is right. That was a X-Men crossover with Power Pack. I actually have that issue, but that cover is just amazing. All right, everybody. That has been I Must Drake You with Dre Alvarez. We did find our Marvel holograms, albeit we knew we were gonna. So it's kind of fish in a barrel, but I'll take it. Again, like, subscribe. Jeff will be back here Wednesday. I'm not sure the time. That's why you got to hit the notification bell, because normally he goes at 1 p.m. Pacific time, but he's in Texas and he's traveling, so I don't know when his schedule will allow. If you want to know, you're going to have to do it. And then, yeah, Zach recently traveled to the U.S., got a bunch of comics. Zach, you should definitely Instagram some of those comics. We love seeing collections. Thanks for everybody in the chat. Yeah, like I said, last thing, twitch.tv/RicksterGT. You can watch my buddy Landon not know how to beat Final Fantasy, and I think I'm going to try and show an example of speed running his games. Anyway, that's been our show. We'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Then I'm just going to let it play us out. Yep. Normally, if Jeff were here, I'd be talking with them back and forth, but not. That tin is awesome. I hate to say it. That tin is a nice gift. Thinking about that. All right.